Boruto episode 59, Boruto versus Shikadai. Definitely a fun episode. We got to see pretty much exactly what I wanted. I was hoping, as I mentioned in my last review, like, man, even though it's Boruto versus Shikadai, I really hope it's not like, 75% of the episode. We did get a decent chunk of time. I would say it was basically split 50-50 between Chocho and Shanky. We even got or Shinki, I call him Shanky, like a knife. We even got a flashback with Gar where it's like he was this kid. They didn't really explain much. Like it seemed like they were gonna have like narration of Gar, like it was like he, and then it goes into the flashback, and I thought it was gonna be like he was this kid that I found here, and this is what happened. And it was like he was this kid I found in a metal sandstorm, and then I hugged him, and he's my son, and that was the whole story. And I was like, okay. I feel like there's a lot of backstory to that because he has like metal sand, which is like the rarest thing we've ever seen. It's literally we've only seen it twice, and the only other person that technically used it was a dead puppet of a guy who was killed by the Akatsuki. So, well, I guess technically he was just killed by Sasori before he became a part of the Akatsuki. But I'm like, that's literally like the one person we've ever heard of, and considering Boruto's propensity for having everybody having like secret kids and secret grandkids, this is probably like the great grandson or something of that old Mizukage or something like that. Because I'm like, why does he have these sand powers? Like, what's the deal with that? Why is it infused with his chakra off the top? Which maybe everyone can do that because they make it seem really simple when it's like, oh, you infuse your chakra into this metal sand. And I was like, so can everyone just do that? Which seems like it's not a thing because it seems super rare. And then it's just, excuse me, it's like, well, they make it seem so simple when Chocho is like, oh, you put your chakra into it. And I'm like, there has to be more to it than that because otherwise we wouldn't have seen it twice. Considering it's such an insane ability, we've seen four people use the same variation of the power with Gaara, his father with the golden sand, the old Mizukage with the metal sand, and now Shinki with the same thing with the metal sand. I'm just like, this is so rare. There's got to be like a huge backstory to this kid randomly on his own inside of this like tornado of sand metal. I'm just like, they made that so fast. I'm just like, all I want to know is like, where did he come from? Who are his parents? What's the deal with this? It was like the one time I would have been like, sure, give me a flashback episode, or at least maybe like 5 minutes or 3 minutes, a minute, or maybe it was a minute long, but it was the most simple minute in the universe. But I was like, cool, that's our whole backstory. He just found him. There's this issue with a metal storm going off, and he walked into it, pulled his sand out. He got stabbed a little. And that was pretty much it. And the kid realized, like, oh crap, he's hugging me. And it's like, I'll teach you how to use your power. What's your name? And then that's it. And it was just like, all right, well, there's Shinki's mysterious child backstory. And that's pretty much all there is to it. But decent fight with him and Chocho. I thought it was definitely fun. We got to see Chocho do her dad's, like, go-to move. I thought she was actually going to do, like, full expansion, which is what I was kind of hoping for. But I guess that would have been too advanced. But I was like, okay, we got to see Human Boulder come back, which is pretty cool. And for a split second, I legitimately thought she was going to do it because I'm like, holy crap, is she just going to like actually blow through the sand and kind of tear it away like it wasn't able to kind of be stabilized enough and it would start rolling away underneath her or something. But no, she lost, which kind of, made way more sense. But I was like, that was cool. That was really a cool fight just to see her go that far and kind of push it to those limits and do what she could. And I was like, that's pretty awesome. And like I said, I would have loved it if it was like full expansion. I guess if she could have done that, she technically would have won because he didn't have that. He has a physical limit. So if she could do like the full expansion jutsu and just get huge, she could have just grabbed him and like chucked him out of the stadium, which probably wouldn't be allowed. But that's all I kept thinking. Was like, what if she did like the full expansion and just picked him up, or just like punted him like a football or something, just like kicked him right out of the stadium and be like, oh, Chocho won. How about that? But yeah, of course, she ends up losing. Shinki was surprised. He made like this super crazy face, like he was on drugs or something. Like he was excited. It was like, holy crap! She's pushing me into the ground and stuff. So he looked like he was on cocaine or something. Like holy crap! Like something it was affecting him. And then of course he ended up winning, and then he got like super calm again. But I was like, that was a weird face he made. So I assume that'll be coming back next week when he goes up against Mitsuki, so that should be pretty fun. But definitely enjoyed the first half of the episode, and then of course going into the second half, it was Boruto versus Shikadai, which we did get to see in the movie, but it was fun. I forgot that was how Shikadai won. Honestly, I totally forgot that was the movie pulled off. So I was like, oh man, because I was like, how how did he end up getting them? But it was super sweet, doing like the whole sorry, they don't come up with a name, but super sweet move. So I love that. And then it was simple. Boruto cheats and then he wins. So like, all right, well, kind of moving forward. And now we get to see news. I think the whole next episode is brand new stuff because I think after, in the movie at least, that was the final fight because they didn't have Shinki and like all the other members with names and all that stuff. So I think this was the last fight in the movie, and that's when stuff started to kind of go forward from there. That was the finals, so they changed it. Now we have the other characters. So now it's the Hidden Leaf Village versus the Sand Village. So we get to see, Gaara's team versus Naruto's team. So we have our two villages. So I'm looking forward to that. But it should be pretty fun. I'm of course excited for Shinki versus Mitsuki. Everyone else I don't care, but honestly, it's like I want to see Shinki versus Mitsuki. They're the two powerhouses, so I can't wait for that. Seems like Mitsuki is losing. We get to figure something out with the dude with the mask, so I'm looking forward to that too. But should be pretty fun. So I'm definitely looking forward to what we're getting in the next episode. Of course, we'd love to know what you guys thought about this one, so please comment below. Let me know your favorite parts about it, your least favorite parts about it. And going forward, I would love to know your predictions. Who's going to win? Who's going to lose? What do you want to see in general as far as powers, all that stuff. So please put your comments down in the comment section below. And of course, thanks for watching.